The mountains. I said this already. This place is like, it still lives in medieval times. For them, internet is like, what the hell am I talking about? So I don't know what's happening. If you can hear me, please let me know in the chat, because we've got a big live stream ahead. It's the second day of the transfer market. Apparently an agreement has been found between us and Olympique Lyon on the behalf of Houssam AOUAR. Right, let's quickly see if... Why is it not working? Why the hell is it not working? Right. You can hear me now, I think. Yes, you can. Please let me know if you can hear me, because I'm having so many issues. I've just said this. I'm in the mountains. I'm back in Rome tomorrow, so there shouldn't be connection issues. I'm in a place in Italy where if you mention them, internet, they go, what the hell are you talking about? They live in medieval times. But apparently we're off. If you can hear me, please let me know in the chat, because it's been a few minutes now that I've been trying to sort it out. Let's restart from the very start. Apparently, an agreement has been found between us and Houssam AOUAR from Olympique Lyon. However, in this live stream, we will talk about this agreement. I will read you the statement coming from Radio, which is the source which confirmed this summer Dybala to Roma. They were the first source ever to talk about Dybala to Roma, and then look where Dybala is now. So they're a very reliable source. So we're definitely going to read you the statement. But the big priority of this stream is to make everyone understand that yes, an agreement has been found between us and Lyon on the behalf of AOUAR. The problem is, we're not necessarily going to see him in a Roma jersey, meaning that the priority remains Frattesi. And this is kind of an alternative path. This is a second path. This is like, right, if we can't get Frattesi, then I've got an agreement in place with Olympique Lyon, and I'm going to get AOUAR. So it's kind of like, it's a good plan. This is a really good plan, and I want to emphasize this because it means that even in worst cases, if we're not going to get Frattesi, it means that we could, at the end of the day, get out of the January window with a new, with a new midfielder. That is the most important thing when it comes to this. So now that we have this agreement in place, it does mean that technically we should get out of the January window with an extra midfielder. Will it be Frattesi? Will it be AOUAR? I really don't know. Right, people are mentioning internet in the chat. Is my internet weak or yours? It's probably mine. As I just said, I'm in the mountains. I'm back tomorrow in Rome, so just deal with this last live stream when the internet is really bad. But yeah, let me know if there are any issues. There's nothing I can do about it. Like, it's not my problem. It's just a location problem. It's like medieval times here. Like, they really don't know what internet is. So yeah, maybe it's my internet, but just bear in mind with this live stream, it's a very important live stream. We'll be back in Rome tomorrow and the back stadium vlogs on Wednesday. So yeah, the first thing to answer is, how does this change the Frattesi deal? It changes the Frattesi deal because Frattesi does remain the priority, but he's not necessarily going to come in January. And that's something which we're starting to gather since quite a few weeks now. Getting Frattesi in January is going to be hard. I would love to get Frattesi in January, as I much think everyone here would love to get Frattesi in January, because he has shown from day one his determination to get back in the club he loves, in the city he loves, in the city where he was raised, with the club he supports. And that, to me, is a must-get player. If a player wants your team, is prepared to turn down bids for your team, then I genuinely think it's the first pick. Unfortunately, there are still talks ongoing to reduce the salary, insert players in it, and all of that, to try and finally unlock this Frattesi deal. However, Pinto is smart, and this is why this is a good move, because he knows that it's going to be hard to get Frattesi in January. Therefore, what he's gone and done is, right, I'm going to block an agreement with Olympique Lyon for AOUAR. I'm going to keep on putting pressure on the Sassuolo board to get Frattesi, because that's Mourinho's priority as much as the club's priority. Box-to-box midfielder, determination and wanting to get back, playing fast on the ball, versatile, future of the Italian national team. That's her priority. That's my priority as well. But it's not necessarily going to happen in January. And if there's one thing which we have to do in January is buy a box-to-box midfielders. And therefore, this is the reason why there has been an agreement blocked between us and Olympique Lyon on the behalf of AOUAR. I think both the two players are similar and different at the same time. I think AOUAR is more creative. I think AOUAR bags you more goals and contributions. But I think Frattesi is more what we need, which is a box-to-box midfielder. We have a lot of creative midfielders. We really have a lot of them. No, the opposite. Sorry. We don't have many creative midfielders, and we don't have many box-to-box midfielders. So, any of these two players would massively improve the team. People are probably going to ask themselves, what if at the end of the day we get both Frattesi and AOUAR in January? I personally think if we get both Frattesi and AOUAR in January, it's not that good. It's not that good because our midfield would get saturated. If we, in this January window, only prioritize midfielders, and let's say in a hypothetical case, buy both Frattesi and AOUAR, we would get back with Frattesi, AOUAR, Wijnaldum, Matic, Cristante, Kamara, Tahirovic, Volpato, Bove, and Pellegrini. That is 10 midfielders. We do not need that many midfielders. That's why my priority is not getting both of them in January. And anyone who thinks, right, okay, we've blocked an agreement with AOUAR, we really want Frattesi, let's merge the two things together and let's get both of them. I think it would be a mistake. One of them is great because we need one of them. But I also think we need a centre back. I also think we need someone to replace Karsdorp, because to be honest, I don't want to see Celik start every single game. And maybe also another creative midfielder. If we get AOUAR, then the creative midfielder is done, and then we would have to buy box-to-box midfielder. If we buy Frattesi, the box-to-box midfielder is done, and then we would have to buy more creative one. But at the end of the day, this is important because, I find it really good that 2 days into the transfer window, Pinto's already blocked AOUAR. This is really good because it means that he's not wasting time. It means that he's not there playing. He knows how much Mourinho needs players in January to try and pull out top four, to try and pull out a good Europa League run and potentially a Coppa Italia run. He knows, after potentially many meetings with Mourinho, that the team right now is not amazing. Injuries have destroyed this team. Therefore, I think it's very good that in the space of 2 days, in the first 2 days of the window, we already have an agreement blocked. The good thing here is that, as I said at the start, I'm going to say it again in case there were any internet connections. The good thing here is that by blocking the agreement with AOUAR and telling everyone that our priority still remains Frattesi, means that at the end of the January window, we should, avoiding any problems, have at least one midfielder. Because if it isn't Frattesi, it's AOUAR. If it isn't AOUAR, it's Frattesi. That's kind of the plan which Thiago Pinto has followed when it comes to this scheme, which is good. It's a good scheme. I think AOUAR next to Dybala would be really good. I think both of them could help Tammy score. Both of them could score themselves, and most importantly, kind of improve the ratio of chances created and goals missed, which I think is definitely one of the biggest objectives starting from Wednesday. But yeah, let me read you the quick statement, because Radio, oh, I deleted it, great, let me find it again. Radio, which, a journalist which works at Radio, which basically means radio in English. It's an Italian football broadcasting radio system, and there's a journalist which has confirmed this agreement. And bear in mind, as I said at the start, that this Radio platform is the platform which initially confirmed a potential a Dybala move to Roma. So they're experts in transfer market, and especially in the with the Roma Lazio environment, they focus a lot on Roman clubs. So yeah, this is the statement they have. Roma continues to evaluate different profiles to give Mourinho a new midfielder. As reported by Radio, the Giallorossi have already agreed to bring Houssem AOUAR to the capital city. The Lyon midfielder's contract expires in June 2023, but Thiago Pinto would like to bring him to Trigoria already in the winter transfer market. This player is therefore the most concrete alternative to Davide Frattesi, for which there is still distance with Sassuolo. That's the situation. I mean, we've discussed this already. I definitely think Frattesi's better. No, it's not like he's better. I think we need Frattesi more, and obviously due to the fact that Frattesi is a Roma fan, all of that shows that he knows Roma. He used to play for Roma. He was the captain of the academy team. He knows the club. He knows the environment, something like that. So there's just something about Frattesi which I would prioritize. But at the same time, I mean, I'm not trying to downgrade AOUAR. I think both players bring good things to Roma. I mean, it could also be argued that AOUAR brings more experience to the club. And when it comes to Europa League runs, Coppa Italia runs, competing for top four, experience is key. So AOUAR definitely brings more experience, without a doubt. AOUAR has been playing Champions League quarterfinals with Lyon. Frattesi has been fighting to not get relegated with Sassuolo. There is a big difference when it comes to that. But as a mindset of players, as a player, I think Frattesi is the one to get. And I wouldn't exclude the fact of getting AOUAR in January and getting Frattesi in the summer. I just think we will eventually get Frattesi. I can't see this love story not come to an end, to a good end. Because at the end of the day, now that Wijnaldum is back, almost back, now that we've got a lot of young players which Mourinho's discovering, Tahirovic, Volpato, Bove and all of that, now that we've got a lot of midfielders, Kamara at the end of the season, I don't think will stay. And yeah, I mean, Matic is coming towards the end of his career. So even if we don't get Frattesi in the winter, I just think we have to go all in the summer. He really wants a Roma move. He's been putting so much pressure on the board, which unfortunately has not been following him. So I don't know. There's definitely some good things when it comes to Frattesi. I just can't see the future not hold Frattesi to really become a Roma player. That's his dream, and people say believe in your dreams. So I just want Frattesi to come. And it's insane how at the start of the summer I was criticizing Frattesi, and how now my vision has completely changed. And it's not my vision who's completely changed. It's his way of playing which is completely changed. That's why I think Frattesi remains the top list. Top tier, top priority, but AOUAR is definitely a good pick too. So yeah, I just realized that those things are clowns. I was staring at the screen and I never actually realized this. Those images up there are clowns, and that image up there is a silhouette of a naked woman. I mean, maybe we should cover that. Sorry, YouTube. I don't know what my parents were thinking when they bought these paintings. Those are clowns. I literally just realized. That clown is also showing his butt. Can you see that? That clown is showing his butt. That's what the Sassuolo board is doing to Frattesi. Showing their butt. I'm never gonna unsee this now. Wow. Did you see that? Those are clowns. Who would have ever thought? Right, let's read some comments and then we'll end the stream. I mean, we've got a big... I can't wait for this season. I genuinely can't wait. We're back. We're back going. We're back going on Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm back in Rome. So we will have match preview. Match previews are back. Predicted 11s tomorrow. Then a stadium vlog on Wednesday. I'll be back at the stadium. It's going to be great. Maybe so back and debut. Who knows? It's going to be great. There is not going to be a press conference because I completely forgot about this. I was reading this today. Mourinho's disqualified for these next 2 games. He got a red card against Torino, so he's not available for Bologna and AC Milan. Fun fact, when Foti, Mourinho's assistant, picked up the team, we never lost. So that's a good statistic, but Mourinho is not going to be there for these next 2 games, which are very important games because we need a massive reaction. But yeah, I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait. I just can't wait for the season to get back going. It's been a long while. I miss suffering heart attacks for Roma. That's part of me now. I'm so happy for this. This can be an amazing signing. Both are great, but I actually like AOUAR more. Either way, I'm happy. Great tactics by Roma to get their midfielder. Skyfall Director says Jose would be a great Bond villain. Yeah. I read that. Jose to Hollywood. Here we go. Jose is potentially gonna feature in the James Bond movie. I've read that too. Vicario is solid indeed. Vicario has been linked with us too to replace Rui Patricio. It's not about changing players, it's having the mindset of players having right now and outdated methods of Mourinho. In the summer we need Vicario, 2 defenders, and Memphis. That's a Christmas list from Amazing Vincent. Vicario is solid. So true, Simon. Great mentality from Frattesi wanting us, but Sassuolo is such a pain. Also for box to box, we do have Maddie and Genie. I think it's the creativity we need more. AOUAR has that great skill. So yeah, I'm liking how people are liking AOUAR. Get both of them, or Almeida is not good enough, and we don't know if Genie will return the same player. True. I mean, true, but at the same time, I do think we also have to prioritize other positions. Would you take Giacomakis from Celtic because he wants to leave in January? I'll be very honest answering that question. I have no idea who he is. Giacomakis. Never heard of him, mate. I can't believe AOUAR is only 24. AOUAR can also play in Pellegrini Dybala spot. Fatih Kanti, says Robert Leiper. Tahirovic is decent. I mean, speaking about Tahirovic, I'm reading this very interesting article in Italian of Mourinho's vision of young players, which are coming from the academy. According to this article, Mourinho's favorite academy player is Tahirovic, not Volpato, not Bove. Mourinho sees a massive future in Tahirovic, and I'm reading that Mourinho is gonna use Tahirovic a lot over the course of this season. So, I mean, people are also potentially saying he's going to start on Wednesday against Bologna. That's how much Mourinho rates Tahirovic, which is good. I mean, yeah. Long pass distributor youngster. Hope this season ends good, top 4 and win Europa League. I mean, reaching top 4 and winning Europa League is like the dream, but not sure if that will happen. Do you think it's possible to get Memphis in January, or is that more of a summer thing? It's possible, but it's definitely more of a summer thing. I mean, I also think if we get Frattesi, we're not going to get Memphis. And vice versa. If we were to get Memphis, we're not going to get Frattesi. I just can't see both of them coming in January. If we do get both of them in January, then, which is very unlikely, then, I mean, top 4 are coming. But yeah, I think Memphis, we've spoken a lot about Memphis, but I think Memphis is more of a summer signing. So yeah. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I will catch you tomorrow with another stream. Match preview for Bologna tomorrow. We're back going. Yeah, let me know in the comments how you're feeling. Positive, pessimistic, because the season is back going. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, and share the link of this channel with your families and friends. And let me know in the comments your impressions on Frattesi and AOUAR. Who do you prefer? Yeah, biggest thing to acknowledge here is Frattesi is the priority. We have an agreement in place with Olympic Lyon for AOUAR, but it does not necessarily mean that he will become a Roma player, because Roma are going to go all in on Davide Frattesi, who is Mourinho's priority. So yeah, I'll catch you soon. Simon out.